Hi everyone, my name is Colleen and welcome to Alpaca My Yarn. I started this channel years ago when I was first starting to learn how to knit, and I still wouldn't consider myself like a huge proficient knitter. I started knitting some when we lived in Ecuador, and that's when I started this channel, when we were moving there. And then I've just kind of done a mix of crochet, Tunisian crochet, and knitting since about 2015. I think I got most of my Chalgu needles and supplies right before we moved to Ecuador between 2015 and 2016. And since then, I've pretty much knit just shawls and blankets. So I wanted to start getting beyond that, more into clothing, and that's really my goal for this year. So last year I started into socks, and I'm still on my first pair of socks. But this year I wanted to get into sweaters. So I picked up some items at a local shop, and so it's called Yarn and You. They are in Farmersville, Texas, and the owner here is very, very helpful. So I asked her, if you were to start on your very first sweater, what would you recommend? And I asked her about petite knit because I see so many videos on petite knits, and she was like, oh no, don't start there, because the sizing is one issue, but also they can be more complicated designs. So she gave me some great pointers, and so she printed out this free pattern called Flax Sweater. It can be found on Ravelry, and actually there's several here on YouTube that have made step-by-step tutorials on actual the actual construction of this sweater. So that was a super helpful tip. Then she took me to the row of some less expensive yarn. This is called Black Cherry, and what is this one? Berroco Vintage. And so she had me look at the Berroco Vintage because this is an affordable yarn that she has, and she looked at my sizing and she helped me pick out how many skeins. And so what she did is, since she owns the knitting shop there, she wound up what she thought I would need. So it was very helpful because she wound the number of balls that she feels I will need, but she had me buy one extra just in case, whether it be that my swatch takes more yarn, or if I have a really bad mess I end up with. But she says if I return it to her as is, like this, she'll take it back and I can exchange it for my next project or things like that. So very, very sweet shop owner. So if you're in the Farmersville, Texas area, I highly recommend that you visit her store. The shop owner herself is extremely helpful. They have a sit and knit every single day, huge gathering table, and they'll help you go through the patterns as you're trying them out. So I'm looking forward to starting my first sweater. So I have, I think, 5. Let me see how many she wound up for me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So she wound up 4 of these balls for me, but I did purchase 5 skeins just in case. One other thing she had there were these knit blockers. I have a set in the original. It's just a purple case with plain white blockers, but this set was so cute with all these colors. So I went ahead and picked up this one. I've been wanting a second set. There was a shawl that I had blocked. It was a really, really long, bulky crocheted shawl, and I really needed a second set of blockers. Instead, I found extra T-pins and I just did some extra things. So I was really happy to get a second set of knit blockers, and this set is super, super cute. So that's it for today's podcast. Thank you for stopping by. I'm probably going to record another video today just showing how I'm starting out this year of 2025 with my current little notions pouch that I carry. So if you're interested in seeing that, that'll be in the next video. Also, an upcoming video is my knitting journal, and what I'm recording in my knitting journal and what notebook I'm using on all of that. So stay tuned for those in the next videos, and I'll see you on the next one.